The tragic death of Olympic star Tori Bowie, who died from pregnancy complications last month, has spotlighted the inequities in maternal health care that Black women face yet again, because these inequities, inequalities have been highlighted so many times. From Serena Williams talking about it, we had Beyonce talking about it, so many women. And if women like that, of that status, don't get the attention that they deserve when they have complaints during their maternity, imagine what happens to everyday women. And now we have our Olympic star Tori Bowie. So from NBC News, experts say that the racial health disparities that lead to maternal health complications for Black people persist despite a person's economic status or clean bill of health. In short, it could happen to any Black person. Bowie's death is a sadly stark example. Bowie, a 3-time Olympic medalist, was found dead inside a Florida home on May the 2nd. An autopsy report from Florida's Orange County Medical Examiner's Office showed that Bowie died while about 8 months pregnant with a well-developed fetus. The report said there was evidence she was undergoing labor, which means crowning, when she died. And here is a picture of Tori right here. What a beautiful soul, just a beautiful soul. And it's just, it's really, Mary, it's really hard to believe. And as that report was laying out, it doesn't matter your economic status or your health. If you are a Black woman and you are, pregnant, this could happen to you,
regardless of your income class. And when you name Serena and Beyonce, we're not talking about classifying women as their stature. We're talking about like what access they have. These women have access in the world, and they still almost lost their lives, right? So I think people are, and Tori Bowie has that access to an extent, but she had the perfect bill of health. Perfect bill of health does not even save you or make you safe as a Black woman trying to give birth. When people are undermining the discrepancies and the disparities that Black women suffer in our healthcare system, this issue right here spotlights all of it and puts to bed any myths about, if you were healthier, or if you had more money, or if you weren't living an unhealthy lifestyle, because all of these women are at the top of, one of them were at the top of her game and the other two still are. And I think people are forced to reckon with this fact that there is something seriously wrong with how we do healthcare in this country, or what we call healthcare, and this idea that we are so comfortable with Black pain, telling people. Serena literally almost had to fight the doctor.
Yes,
something's not right with me. Something's not right with me. Beyonce literally was laying in the bed dying from blood poisoning from her own babies, right? And the doctors, she had to be
toxemia. Yeah,
exactly. She had to be rushed to the hospital. So who knows what Tori, and I'm not trying to criticize her doctor because I don't know what was going on there, but we don't know, and we do know, what we do know is that doctors will send Black women home if they're in pain with an aspirin, where they'll be more attentive to other women. And that has to stop if we are serious about equity in this country, seriously.
That's it, man. And the maternal death rate in this country is higher than that of even, undeveloped or underdeveloped nations. Or let me just put it this way, nations that are not as advanced as we are. And it is acceptable. Black pain, you hit the nail on the head, man. Black pain, whether it's maternal, paternal, communal, Black pain is absolutely accepted in this country. And there was a time where Black people were experimented on, as we know. The beliefs that our pain was not similar, that we could just be used as tools. And it's still going on in the 21st century, unfortunately, just the whole not caring at all. The system just does not care because it's Black people, and that is rooted. It absolutely has tracks back, breadcrumbs back, if you will, connections back to how Black people have been treated in this country, how we came into this country. None of that stuff goes away on its own. We need systems to change to make it go away. I mean, I'm so glad that you pointed out that extra fine point that we're naming Beyonce and we're naming Venus, not because they deserve better healthcare than anybody else, but because, as you laid out, they have the resources to get the best access in the world. And if they have to suffer, then imagine what a woman who does not have the same economic prowess and same social status as them, imagine what's happening to them. So we have a tweet right now from Dr. Ebony Jade Hilton, reality. She really speaks to this travesty here. Facts that should shame America since they don't happen in any other developed country. Every day, 2 women in America die from childbirth or pregnancy related complications. 4 out of 5 of maternal deaths are preventable. Black mothers are 3 times more likely to die than white mothers. And this has been ongoing. This ain't new. You know what I mean? That's the thing here. We've been knowing this for decades, and yet nothing changes. Now, what contributes to this disparity is a multi-layered problem. Maternal sepsis is a leading cause of maternal mortality in America. Black women are twice as likely to develop severe maternal sepsis as compared to their white counterparts. Common symptoms can include fever or pain in the area of infection. Sepsis can develop quickly, so a timely response is crucial. But there is a critical issue with response time, and it should not be anybody, no one should be surprised about that. But slow or misdiagnoses are also the result of bias, structural racism in medicine, and inattentive care that leads to patients, particularly Black women, not being heard. Mayor, I see you want to jump in on this. You were just talking about that.
That is. They said every day 4 or 5 children lose their mother just being born, right? And 4 out of them could have been prevented.
Yeah.
3 times more likely are Black women, just because of biases, structural biases, and the idea that you're not listening to this Black patient tell you what's going on with her body, tell you what she's feeling, the pain that she's going through. This is a malpractice lawsuit waiting to happen. If we don't turn medical up around on his head, basically all these pro-lifers are lying to me. You can't be pro-lifer if this ain't your #1 issue. If you don't care about what's happening to Black mothers in the hospitals, these ain't even the sisters who can't even make it to the hospital. These are the ones that are lucky enough to make it to the hospital. If you don't care about this, then you can't tell me you're pro-life.
That's it, man.
This study said 4 out of 5 are preventable.
Yeah, that's what the doctor said. So really, do Black lives matter?
Do we?
You know, yeah, that part. And an added layer to this is the GOP's war, speaking of that, reproductive rights, and it's costing women their lives, especially Black women. New research by Amanda Stevenson of the CU Population Center at the University of Colorado Boulder shows that banning abortion nationwide would lead to a 21% increase in the number of pregnancy-related deaths for all women and a 33% increase among Black women compared with rates for 2017. So, wow, we got a serious conundrum on our hands, and it's not like we don't know that this problem exists. The question becomes, what are we, the collective we, yes, we, going to do about it?